Pythagoras was a Greek philosopher who made important developments in mathematics, astronomy, and the theory of music. The theory now known as Pythagoras theorem was known to the Babylonians thousands years earlier, but he may have been the first to prove it. Baudhayana is said to be the original mathematician behind the Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem was indeed known much before Pythagoras, and it was Indians who discovered it at least 1000 years before Pythagoras was born. The credit for authoring the earliest Sulabha Sutra goes to him.
It is a right angle triangle ABC. So this right angle triangle sides have special names. So here the AC is vertical. AC is opposite to the angle B. The angle B is vertically opposite to side AC. So this side is called as hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. Then the other two sides of the right angle are called as legs of the right angle. So here AB and BC are the legs of the right angle triangle, and the side of the triangle which is opposite to the right angle, that is called as hypotenuse. Okay. Then let's see one of the activity by using the right angle triangle.
So I have two identical squares in front of me. Also, I have four different colored right angled triangles. So, these triangles have the sides A, B and C, and they are completely identical to each other, which means they completely overlap like this, right? So I'm gonna arrange these right angle triangles into these two squares. Let's see what happens. What do you observe here? Can you see a square forming here with sides C? Similarly here. Now, is there some other way I can arrange them? Let's try. What if I arrange them like this? Like this. As you already know that the area of these two squares are same, as I told earlier, right? You also know that the area of these triangles are same. They haven't changed, right? That means the area of the white portion must be same, which means the area of this white portion is equal to the area of this plus this white portion, right? Now, what do we get? The area of this white portion is C square. This is A square because the side is A, and this is B square. So we can prove Pythagoras theorem here. How? C square is equal to A square plus B square.
The uncovered area of square A is equal to uncovered area of square B. And also we can see that is the area of inner square of square A is equal to the total area of two uncovered squares in the square B. So this is the property of the Pythagoras. Okay. So the Pythagoras property says that in a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares on the legs. That means A square is equal to B square plus C square. So here A square is the length of the hypotenuse, and B and C is the sum of square of legs. Okay. So this property is called as Pythagoras property. And this property is very useful in our mathematics. Let's see one of the activity, how the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the legs. Okay.
I have this right angle triangle with me. It has side A, B and C, which is right angle between side A and B. This is the longest side, which is called hypotenuse, and it is also opposite to the angle 90 degrees. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, the side a square plus b square should be equal to c square. Now look here. I have three squares with me. Square 1 with side A, square 2 with side B, and square 3 with side C. So the area of square 1 becomes A square, the area of square 2 becomes B square, and the area of this big green square becomes C square. Now let me arrange these squares along the side of our triangle, like this. So now, in order to prove Pythagoras theorem, we just need to prove that the area of the square this plus the area of the square this is equal to the area of this big green Hulk square. Which means that these two squares must fit into this big green square. But how do we do that? For that, I have to cut these squares into some pieces. So, I have cut this small square into two pieces and this square with side B into these three pieces. So, what do we have to do now is that we have to fit these small pieces into this green square and see if it completely covers it or not. So, let me do it. This. Amazing, right? It completely fits the green square, which proves our Pythagoras theorem.
right angle. So hence we can say that the Pythagoras property holds if the triangle must be right angle. Okay, then let's move on to see some examples. The first one is determine whether the triangle whose length of sides are 3 cm, 4 cm and 5 cm is right angle triangle. So here they are given 3 lengths of a sides of a triangle, 3 cm, 4 and 5 cm. So we have to check whether these measures of lengths, whether these sides are form a right angle triangle or not. So let us use the Pythagoras property. So what it says that the square of the hypotenuse is equals to the sum of the square of the legs on the triangle. So let's see here. Here first side I will take what is the square of 3. So here the 3 cm. So square of 3 is equals to 9, and the second one is 4. Square of 4 is equals to 16, and the third one side is square of 5 is equals to 25. Right? So it is the squares of given sides. Let's see here. So 9 plus 16 is equals to 25. Right? So 9 plus 16 is equals to 25. So hence we can write it as, hence we can write 3 square plus 4 square, which is equals to 5 square. Therefore, the given length of sides are form a right angle triangle. Is the next is the second one example. In the triangle ABC, right angle at C, if AC is equals to 5 cm and BC is equals to 12 cm. So find the length of AB. So here I have given one of the triangle, that is right angle at C. Okay, so here it is a right angle triangle. The angle is opposite to the side AB. So it is the hypotenuse. Okay, so here I have given the measure of the two legs of the right angle triangle. We have to find out the length of AB. Okay, so let's find out here using the Pythagoras theorem. What it says that the square of the hypotenuse. So here the hypotenuse is AB. AB square is equals to BC square plus AC square. BC square plus AC square. Then AB square we don't write it as H square, which is equals to BC square. BC is 12, so 12 square plus AC square. AC is 5 square, which is equals to 12 square 144 plus 5 5 25, which is equals to 169. So 169 is the square root of 30. Therefore, the value of H is equals to 30. Means the length of the hypotenuse is equals to 30 centimeter. So you have to know that point in the right angle triangle. So compared to these two legs of the triangle, the hypotenuse has the longest side in the right angle triangle. Okay, is it clear? So up to here we have learned the right angle triangle and the Pythagoras property. Then let's see where we are using this Pythagoras property in our daily life. Okay.
In real life, Pythagorean theorem is the keystone formula. It can be used in different fields such as navigating, constructing or designing for architecture, playing baseball and surveying the land. Pythagorean theorem in architecture. So right angle triangles can be seen all over different buildings and structures because of that Pythagorean theorem. Pythagoras theorem is used in surveying the land. The land surveyors use the Pythagorean theorem to take the measurements or the land to catalog information for the construction or cartography. Painters use ladders to paint on high buildings and often use the help of Pythagoras theorem to complete their work. The painter needs to determine how tall a ladder needs to be in order to safely place the base away from the wall so it won't tip over. Pythagoras theorem is used in navigation to find out the shortest travel route.
You want to build a ramp to your house. You know the base length and the height at which it needs to be built. But you should know the length of the slope too, so that you can buy the material for construction. Knowledge of Pythagoras theorem is very useful in such scenario. Using the theorem, you can easily calculate the length of the slope. With the knowledge of this, you can decide how much material you need to buy to construct the slope.
We have seen the applications of the Pythagoras property.